Hello students, welcome to my channel. Don't cram. Students, in this video we will discuss about the chapter Microorganisms, Friends and Foe, which is a class 8 chapter from NCERT. So we are going to start. If you are new on my channel, students, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon, because on this channel I will upload class 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th and 12th all science and maths related videos in a very useful way, and in a animated video I will upload on this one channel. So don't forget to press the bell icon and the subscribe button. So let's get started. First of all, what is microorganism? Students, microorganism, it is made up by the two words micro and organisms. Micro means small and the organisms means that living beings. That living beings, those who are very small in size, that cannot be seen with the naked eye, but we can see them with the microscope. So that organisms are known as microorganisms. And microorganisms, they are living alone like amoeba. And there are some other microorganisms are also there. Those are living in the group, those are living in the colony, like the bacteria. So they are living mainly in the air, water and in the soil, and they are also living over the desert and the marshy land. So that is their natural habitat. So they can also live inside our body. So the microorganisms, these are further of 4 types, that algae, bacteria, fungi and the protozoa. And algae, that they are having the 3 examples, that Calamidomonas, Oscillatoria, then Nostac, that is the algae, and bacteria. There are the 3 different examples of the bacteria which are having the different shape, like Bacilli and Spirilla and Cocci. Bacilli, those who are rod shaped bacteria, and Spirilla, that are spiral shaped bacteria, and Cocci, those who are a spherical structure they are having, that are Cocci. Next one, the fungi and bread molds and aspergillus, that is the one of the fungi. So next, the protozoa, and its plural is protozoan. The amoeba, paramecium and euglena, these are the 3 different examples of the protozoa, and amoeba, paramecium and the euglena. So the virus, it is also one of the microorganisms, because we cannot see them with the naked eye. So this virus have the characteristics of living being also, and it is also having the characteristics of non-living being. So whenever the virus, it is present outside the human body or outside any host cell, so it is start behaving as a non-living. It means it cannot respire, it cannot easily do the reproduction, it cannot easily grow over there, because the outside the host cell, it is a non-living, it is not getting any food item, it cannot respire, you can say. So whenever it enter inside the body of host cell, like in this second picture you can see that whenever the virus it enter inside the host cell, it starts behaving as a living being, because when it enter inside the host cell, it start attacking on the RNA, DNA and the nuclear material of the cell. So the host cell means that our human body cell or any other living organism cell, that is the host cell, which will give the food to the virus. So next, some features of the virus are following. Virus inhibits and reproduce only inside the cell of a living being, because it cannot reproduce, it cannot respire outside the living body. So it can be present inside the plant, inside the animal or inside the human being. Okay. So the next one, virus, it obtain its food from the host cell of the plant, animal or the human being's body. Okay. So next one, the virus that are very small size, very smallest size cell these are, and it is having the size of 0.015 micron. to 0.2 micron. So that much very small size virus are these. So because of its smallest size, we cannot see them with the naked eye, and even we cannot see them with the simple microscope. So for this we need a very powerful microscope, that is the electron microscope. We need for this. Okay. So next one, the virus exhibit a variety of shapes. There are so many shapes of the virus are present. Some are rod-like structure, some are having the spherical structure, some are having the polygon structure. Okay. So there are the three different type of shapes of that virus have. And next one, the habitats of microorganisms. That where do these microorganisms live? These microorganisms, they can live inside the water body, inside the hot water, or inside even a cold water and a salty water. And they can live inside the soil, including that the desert area and the marshy lands. Okay, so they are also living in the dead and decaying organic matter, like the vegetable peels, the crop residues, and the dead bodies of the plants and dead bodies of the animals. They are living over there. And these microorganisms, they are also living inside the human body. They are also living inside the animals also. As inside our small intestine, in the large intestine, we are also having some bacteria, which will help for decomposing the food inside our small intestine. So it is helping for digestion of the food. And some organisms, microorganisms, they can grow over the other organisms. So while some others, they are living alone also. So like the parasites and the parasites, they are present over the living body, so that they can easily grow themselves. And there are also some other microorganisms, those who exist freely. It means they do not need any of the human being, any of the living body for their growth. So they can easily grow. Like the bacteria, they can live in the groups, they can live freely also. Next, microorganisms, they are like the amoeba, they are living alone, and some of the fungi and the bacteria, they are living in the colony. Colony in the sense they are living in the group. As I have shown you earlier, see this one picture. So the amoeba, it is living alone. This is the structure of amoeba, and this is the structure of the bacteria, which is living in a group, in a colony. So microorganisms, they can be classified into the two categories. One is the friendly microorganism and the harmful microorganism. Friendly microorganisms are the following, which are helping us, which is useful for us. So these microorganisms, they are helping for cleansing the environment. How they are helping for cleaning the environment? They are breaking down the organic waste into the harmless and the useful substances. Like the cattle dung, it can be decomposed by the microorganisms, which is helping us for adding that as a manure inside the soil. So like this, they are cleaning the atmosphere also, they are cleaning the environment also. So some of the microorganisms, they are also helping for the preparation of certain medicines. Some of the antibiotics, they are made up with the microorganisms. Like there we are using the bacteria, that antibiotics which is made up by the microorganisms. So next, the microorganisms, they are also helping for improving the soil fertility. The soil fertility can be improved with the help of the manure, compost, and some of the microorganisms like that earthworm. So these microorganisms, they are also helping us for the preparation of the curd, bread, cake, and some of the bakery products. We need these microorganisms. As in the curd, lactobacillus is there, who is helping for the preparation of the curd, who will convert the milk into the curd. So next one, the yeast, which is also the one of the microorganism. It is used to prepare the bread, cake, and the bakery products. So next, the most important phenomenon, that is the fermentation. The process of breaking down the food into the simpler substances in the absence of air, that process is known as the fermentation process. As in the industries, we are preparing the wine from the sugar by this process of fermentation. This is also known as anaerobic fermentation, anaerobic respiration, because in this case the the food is broken down in the absence of air. So that is anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration. Okay. So in this case, the sugar, it is broken down. The sugar, it is broken down in the presence of a zymase, that is a enzyme which is present inside the yeast. So this zymase, it will be converted, it will break down the sugar which have total 12 carbon molecules, carbon atoms. Sorry. So the sugar has 12 carbon atoms. When this zymase, it will attack on the sugar, it will convert that, it will break down this sugar into the two different molecules. One is glucose and second one is fructose. The glucose which also have 6 carbon and the fructose will also have the 6 carbon. So the next one, that this glucose is further acted. This glucose is further acted by the another enzyme which is present inside the yeast, that is the invertase. So this invertase will break down the glucose further to form the two molecules of ethyl alcohol and two molecules of carbon dioxide. So in this ethyl alcohol, there are the two carbon atoms are there, and inside the carbon dioxide there are also one carbon atom is there. So the overall reaction will be balanced if the two ethyl alcohol molecules and two carbon dioxide molecule will be formed. So this whole process, it is known as a fermentation. Now let's discuss how that the microorganisms, they are helping for improving the soil fertility. This blue-green algae, it can fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogenous compound in the soil. So this blue-green algae, it can fix the atmospheric nitrogen, that 78% of nitrogen it is present inside our atmosphere. It can convert the nitrogen into the nitrogenous compounds like the nitrates, which is present inside the soil. And this nitrogenous compounds which are present inside the soil, it can easily taken by the plants for the formation of proteins. So the algae and the bacteria, they are dependent on each other for their foods. So the symbiotic bacteria, those who are living in the roots of the leguminous plants, which absorb the atmospheric nitrogen, and they can convert the atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogenous compound. So that bacteria, those who are helping for doing this, that bacteria are known as nitrogen fixing bacteria, and the process, it is known as nitrogen fixation. And this nitrogen fixation, it is done by one of the bacteria, that is rhizobium, who is just converting that atmospheric nitrogen into the nitrogenous compounds. So the algae, which is the autotroph, it can easily prepare its food because of the presence of chlorophyll, but the bacteria, it cannot make its food. So bacteria, it is depending on the algae for the food. But as a return gift, that bacteria will give the decomposed or broken down simpler food to the algae. That algae can easily consume that one. So there is a game between algae and the bacteria, which is a give and take game. So that mutual relationship between these two organisms, that is known as symbiosis. So due to which they are helping to one another just for their growth. So next, this was all the topics in this today's video, and in the next video I will teach you how the microorganisms, they are harmful for us, how the communicable diseases and the non-communicable diseases that can be spread, and what are these two kind of diseases, what are the modes of transmission of communicable diseases. These topics will be discussed in the next video. So hope so the concept of microorganism and how they are friendly of us, that understood by you. If something informative is given in this video, then please don't forget to like this one video, give a thumbs up, and don't forget to press the bell icon for the latest notification of the new video, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a nice day.